Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to bring you a video about our girl Danielle from 90 Day Fiance. I think what season 2, 3, 4. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being with your auntie and for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been with me for the long haul, thank you so very much for your continued support. I saw something the other day on Instagram and thought, you know what, bitch, you need to talk about this. And there's a couple of other things that I just kind of want to slide in on the side too. So before we get into Danielle, let's talk about Ashley. On last night's episode, we saw Ashley reviewing some text messages indicating that, someone was making racial slurs towards Jay. And, she was like, this person is calling him the N-word and saying that they hope that she die and et cetera and et cetera and so on and so forth. And yesterday, I took issue with some of the comments that were made by Ashley. And I did a review indicating that I believe that those messages came from individuals who were aware that, first of all, the wedding website existed, and second of all, had to be someone who was a friend to them. And damn it if your auntie wasn't right. I was right. Ashley took to Instagram and indicated that these emails or these messages that were left on her page was done by one individual who left allegedly over 100 messages being nasty towards Jay. Here's the thing. You can't slick a reformed slicker. People are anonymous. People are annoying. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Love you, Auntie. Love you too. She said people are annoying. Okay. Thank you. So, oh, that's another one. I can't even see that one. Let's see. Oh God, I gotta put my glasses on. That is from Tracy Blackney, her so-called friend. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Tracy. And thank you, people are annoying. That's so interesting. So basically, I was right. First of all, when they tape 90 Day Fiance, we don't know about these mofos. We haven't been introduced to them. We don't know, who the cast is going to be until they announce it, right before the show goes live. So it couldn't have been any of us. It couldn't have been fans. It had to be someone who knew them. But the thing about it is how it played out on TLC made it appear that it was some ratchet fans, or well, no, they didn't make it appear. Well, no, you would assume that the way that it was delivered was that it was just some trolls, some ratchet fans who did not like them. People in the community did not like this interracial couple being together, so they decided that they would go on her wedding website or webpage and make all these derogatory racial comments. And then you have this play out on television when you knew that or allegedly you knew that this was just one individual. She, I don't know again while we're going down this path, but I just wanted to let everybody know who was affected by the comments that this was one individual. And yes, it did lead some people, because I wasn't fooled at all, it did lead some people to believe that this was a host of characters doing that. But come on, y'all. We have been watching this show long enough to know when a game is being played. And we know about editing, we know about staging, we know about all those things. And I think that for the most part, we are really starting to see that play out on Instagram. Something happens on the 90-day screen, and we're looking at it on Sundays together for 2 hours, and it all just kind of melts together. And so you don't know truth from y'all know what I'm saying. We have to beware of what we believe. We've got to be able to look at the whole picture and dissect this thing. And so when Ashley came out this morning and said, on Instagram that it was one person, I wasn't shocked. So anyway, I just needed to make sure that I got that out there. Okay, so now we're going to go into Danielle. So allegedly, Danielle is, basically going for broke and basically having a hard time. I'm going to read a couple of Instagram posts that Danielle posted, and then we're going to unpack it at the end and just kind of talk about it together. Okay, shall we? Yes, we shall. So here is the first initial post that came out by Danielle about the current situation that she finds herself in. So she says, I feel like no matter what I do, I can never get ahead. I'm trying to go to school to better myself and get a better job. I have even had to get another job because my employer I work for now cut my hours to 20 hours. I can only work certain hours due to my classes. I bought this trailer hoping it would be a home for me and my girls. I will probably have to leave my home because I have had some financial issues the last few months and got behind on my lot rent. The trailer park I rent my lot from won't take partial payments, charges me to have our dogs. Okay, so she meant to have some punctuation here, so I'm going to put the punctuation here, okay? So she says, the trailer park I rent my lot from won't take partial payments, 1. 2, charges me to have our dogs. And 3, has harassed my guests all summer when they park on the road. They took me to court, and I managed to come up with lot rent in the past due amount, the court costs, and more unlikely they won't accept it. I worked my tail off doing cameos, what hours I work, promoting products and selling autographs to come up with money. We will probably have to leave my home till I can come up with the money to move it. Please pray for me and my girls. By the way, let me take a pause for the cause. Someone put a post down on my page, on my one of my videos today, and it popped up today, and they said that my eye makeup looks horrid. I tried to duplicate it. I'm hoping that this looks just as horrid. Let me make sure that you get, a little close up on it. Okay, I'm hoping it looks just as hard, because I looked at the video that you commented on, Miss Flower Girl, and I wanted to make sure that I duplicated the look for you. Since it was so horrid, I just wanted it to be horrid again. Okay. But anyway, so now we move back to our regularly scheduled program. So basically, Danielle is saying that, she's in school. She, is working on a job, and she basically had all her hours cut. cut down, and she is about to lose her trailer lot, the lot that that the trailer is sitting on. She says that they harass her about her dogs and make her pay rent on the animals, and that when her guests come and they park on the road, that they're harassing her about that, and she's tried to sell products like flat tummy tea and other things that Danielle has done, and even to the point where Danielle was selling autographed pictures to all of her fans. Now, this is, here's where I am with this, okay? I'm just going to start off and say, you know what, Danielle? We all have times in our life when things get a little bit rough and they get a little bit hard. But you have got to stay positive. She says, every time I turn around, something is happening. Well, guess what, boo? You have spoken that into existence. And also, Danielle, I watched you the seasons that you were on. You were one of my favorite cast members. I absolutely love being Danielle, and crossing my eyes and everything. Mommy! Okay. I loved doing Danielle impersonations week after week after week. But I am always a firm believer that karma has a way of coming back and biting you in the ass. And it may not come back the way that you think it's going to come back, but it's going to come back. And I remember an episode, Danielle, that you were on that I was very disheartened and brokenhearted, frankly, to be honest. Do you remember, Danielle, when you sat there with Muhammad because you wanted the D so bad? Okay, you made a decision to not go to court to support your son, although you knew your son, okay, was in the right. You knew that your son, hadn't done the things that Muhammad said he had done. You allowed Muhammad to call the police on your son, and you allowed your son to spend, a little bit of time in jail. And to get a record. One that he had never had, all because he was in the house defending you. And sometimes, unfortunately, Danielle, we have to learn that we have to pay the piper for things that we do and things that we don't do in our lives. And you were so focused on this relationship with Muhammad that you let everything else in your life slip, including the integrity of your son, the safety of your son. And now here it is, you find yourself between a rock and a hard place. And that same son that you allowed to go to jail or to be charged by Muhammad, you don't mention him in the article at all. You don't say anything. I don't know whether or not, you fixed that relationship with your son or not. But you know what, Danielle? You was dead ass wrong. And karma got a way of coming back. It remembers your address. It knows everybody's address. And she has a long ass memory. And sometimes whatsoever you sow, that same thing shall you reap, Danielle. And let me tell you something. When you sow it, boo, it doesn't come up as one little plant, no, it multiplies itself in the ground, boo. It goes through the summer, the winter, the fall, the spring, and all those other seasons over and over and over until when it starts to bud up and come up off that ground, boo, it's a mature plant or a weed. And the way you treated your son, You shouldn't expect anything good to happen for you. See, you did that, because you wanted ratings, and you wanted everybody to see you. Allegedly, you wanted everybody to pity you. You brought Muhammad over here under false pretense. You told Muhammad, basically that you had it going on, and he gets over here, your lights cut off, the telephone is disconnected. All kinds of stuff is going on. You're basically living in a house that just absolutely, in my opinion, looked unlivable. I mean, it didn't even look like someone should live in that type of house. You took Muhammad through a bunch of stuff. You chased him to Miami. You stalked him allegedly on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You confronted women. You did all kinds of stuff. And I'm not saying that we don't all have hard times. I'm just saying, take a look back and take an inventory of some of the stuff that you've done in your life, Danielle, and say, you know what? All right, my bad, karma. If I take this one, will you back the fuck up off me? If I take this L, karma. If I go head on, and you know what I'm saying, I recognize that I did some stuff wrong. But instead, Danielle, you come back with another story. So let's go ahead on to read this justification, clarification that Danielle typed up. Okay, shall we? Yes, we shall. Well, here's Danielle again. Well, I need to address something I shared on my private Facebook, and it out. People are judging really hard and don't know the whole story. So I will set the record straight. I work 2 jobs, okay, and go to school full-time trying to better myself so I can get a better job. See, let's unpack that. The first thing is that, you know what? I know you want to go to school and you want, to get a better job, but maybe you should be going to school part-time and not full-time so that the jobs that you are on where you can try to get more hours, Danielle, you can get more hours. When people know that you are reliable, dependable, and that you're going to show up, and that when you show up, you're going to do the things that you need to do, Danielle, guess what? When it's time to do cuts and all of that kind of stuff, they will favor you. They'll favor you, and they'll look at you and say, you know what? Danielle been here. She's a hard-working woman. She's going to school part-time. If you can't afford to go to school full-time, why the hell are you going to school full-time? That just doesn't make sense to me. And then you work in these little 2-penny ante jobs because you're thinking, if I sell enough fucking autographs, then, I'm going to make money off of these fans. I'm going to use my, fleeting celebrity to, come on, Danielle. Do better. When you know better, you do better. Yes, you want to get a better job, but you know what you got to do, boo? You're going to have to take a look back, do inventory, and say, maybe I should reverse this. Maybe I should work full-time and not part-time. Okay, so let's continue to go on. She said, the one job I work 8 hours as a home health aide, and the other job I take care of mentally handicapped adults, and that job cut my hours down to 20 due to only one client being at the house, and a full-time staff came back to work from medical leave. Okay, so why are you only working 8 hours? But you're going to school 15. You're doing what? If you're 15, you're doing 15 credit hours? Why are you investing that much time in school when you got to have a roof over top of your daughter's head? That's just dumb as I don't know, in my opinion, that's dumb. Why the hell would I be sitting over here knowing that I have a daughter in college and decide that I'm going to go to school full time, and I know daggone well I got to take care of, the things for her and the things for me? That's just not being wise. But what I can do is, with the little bit of time that I have left, in between time, I could go to school part time and still maintain a full-time job. She's saying that these people cut her down because all these other people came to work. You know what? Let me tell you something, boo. If you was working and you were working hard and doing what you needed to do, they may not have cut your damn hours. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, common sense ain't common anymore. I don't understand her way of thinking, but okay, we're gonna keep on reading. My two older daughters are working full-time during the summer, and that ended due to summer ending. My oldest daughter goes to college full-time, and she has dealt with some medical issues over the last 2 months. She just finally got another job and has been working it 2 weeks. My middle daughter is a senior in high school and works 2 days a week. My youngest daughter is a high school and does not work. I got behind on my lot rent for my home that I own. I had to replace one of my bathroom floors due to black mold. I had 2 water lines break, and then my hours got cut. The mobile home park took me to court, and I came up with the money, but it is the matter of them accepting it or not. If they don't accept it, I will have to leave the home I own and find a way to move my trailer out of the park. I found a place to put it, but it is coming up with the money to move it. I did not ask for money in my original post. I asked for prayers. I had a friend approach me to see if she could start a GoFundMe. People are judging me before they know the facts. No, we know the facts. You gave the facts on the first one. The only thing that you did here is just broke it down just a little bit. But here's the thing, though. If they took you to court, that means that you got warning letters. You got letters saying, hey, bitch, you ain't paid your lot rent. You know what I'm saying? Month 1, month 2. Hey, bitch, you need to pay you getting behind now. You 2 months behind on your lot rent. The third incident, that we can file you in court. Okay, so here it is. Third time. Hey, knock, knock. We've already sent you two documents, two warnings. We've asked for our money, and here it is the third month. So now what we're going to do, we're going to file you in court. We're going to file you in court. You have to render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. You can't live on a lot and not pay the lot rent. And if it comes, if it means being homeless, going to school, not having a roof over my daughter's head, going to school, I'm not going to go to school. I'm going to pay my lot rent. And I'm not trying to make it seem like I don't have any sympathy or empathy for her. I don't want anybody to misunderstand what I'm saying. Because I do have sympathy and empathy for people. I really do. But this right here is inexcusable. Okay. Thank you, Tracy Blackney, for the $5 super chat. I need an update on Natalie and Azan, but they never did a follow-up on the $6,000 invested in Morocco. What's her name, Natalie? You mean Nicole, baby cakes. You mean Nicole. I thought I saw another super chat that I missed. I did. Thank you so much, Jana Myers, for the $5 super chat. Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you, Bill. Happy Hanukkah. So, the thing about it is, is that I'm not trying to not have sympathy for people who get down in the dumps. I'm just saying, I don't really have a lot of sympathy for people who don't use wisdom. And school right now, Danielle, is not a priority. What is a priority in your life is keeping a roof and shelter. And now you find yourself, okay, having to go to court with these people because you have to be, at least in several states, in most states, you have to at least be 3 months behind in order for them to even file against you in court. Now, if it's not that way in your state, okay. But in most states, under the new laws, you have to at least be 3 months behind. Danielle, how you let your ass get 3 months behind? And then you try to make it seem like they're bad, lot owners because they're talking to you about your friends and your family parking on the road. And they making you pay rent for your dogs. Guess what? Here in the DMV, you're going to pay a fee, a pet fee, of $50 to $150 every month for your pet to be on the premises. And that's because everybody got to smell that poop that you call yourself picking up when you got your little grab bag and you grabbing that little poop off of the ground and, it's staying on the leaves. And then when mofos walk by, they got to smell that on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in a hot day. So you know what? They got to have upkeep of the ground and make sure they get that poop that you left in that urination that's on those trees that they got to spray. That's why you got to pay a pet fee. And some mofos don't even get the poop up. They just walk, let the dog poop, pee, and do whatever it's going to do. And then they just keep it moving. Good thing they can't have horses. Danielle now has a GoFundMe page. I will not be putting a link to Danielle's GoFundMe page in my description box. Because you're going to sit there and say, I didn't ask for a GoFundMe. Well, guess what? In order for somebody to put a GoFundMe in your name, you got to give permission to it. So you didn't outright directly ask for it, Danielle. You know what you did? You did the little backhand move. You tried to, throw that rock and hide that hand. But we see your big fat ass hand. We see you. You can't make this. You can't make this right. And one of the things about it is that, someone was saying on Instagram that, they have this very quick stardom. They get these fans and they get thousands of people to follow them on Instagram, and they believe that they have arrived and that this is going to, this is going to continue forever. But let me tell you something. This stuff is fleeting. Thank you so much, Dejanay Andre, for the $5.49 Cash App. Rent problems, but had a meet and greet yesterday. Yes, I'm getting ready to get to that. So then Danielle decides, okay, not only am I going to have a GoFundMe, but I'm going to drive all the way to Maryland. Now, as we know, Danielle lives in Ohio. But you, the same one who couldn't pay your lot fee, are going to get in a vehicle and drive your ass all the way to Gaithersburg, Maryland for a meet and greet. Can we say priorities are off? Can we say all the legal fees and everything that you have been paying to sue Muhammad, who has gone on with his damn life? Can we say that your priorities are off, Danielle? Let me read this to you and then I'm going to end this. Danielle puts out a post. Where hibachi and sushi, Supreme Buffet. Address, 8 Bureau Drive, Gaithersburg, Maryland, 20878. Price, approximately $15. Time, 11:30 to 12:30. Meet, greet, pictures, and autographs. Meet at the main lobby entrance to the restaurant. Type of food, Asian, American, seafood, sushi bar, hibachi bar, dessert, alcohol beverages not included in the price. But guess what? That ass never even put a date on it. So how's school working out for you? How's that working out? She never even put a date on it. Damn it, what date are you having it? You putting all the food and what time, and they got sushi and your alcohol ain't including, but your ass never put a date on it. She had to do a separate post to put a date. Oh, yeah, that's right, December 2nd. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Who the hell sends out the invitation and be like, see you wouldn't want to be you. You putting all this out there, but you don't even have a date on when they supposed to show up. And you in school full time? Did you see how you spelled the things in your posts and all the grammatical errors? Danielle, school ain't working out, but get a full-time job. Go to school part-time. Take 2 classes per semester. Go to work. Work for what you need. Like every other American. Pull yourself up by your booty pants, by your big drawers. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps or whatever you need to do to pull yourself up. And get out here and hustle and grind like all the rest of us. Your season and your day for being popular is over. That 5 minutes of fleeting fame is over, Danielle. So far, Danielle is trying to raise, I believe, $5,000. And the last time I checked, she had $227. I wish I would give Danielle $1.50 towards her GoFundMe. Because at this point, I don't feel sorry for you. There's so many holes in this story. And so many things, Danielle, that you could have done differently. And for you to sit there and tell me that you in school full-time and you can afford to work part-time, but when your ass hit the curb, you want me to bail you out? Because I can't even go to school part-time. I can't even afford that for myself. So as far as I'm concerned, that college education that you're seeking right now, you're seeking that, and that's a luxury. But your house, maintaining a place of residency, that's a priority. That's a need. That's not a luxury. Some of us can't afford to go to school. We can't afford all of that, Danielle. We can't afford it, and neither can you. Because you keep saying, I'm going to school full-time to get a better job. Sound like you got a good job. Now you just need to go up on that mofo and hustle and grind like all the rest of us. Good luck, Danielle. I'm hoping that you reach your goal. Maybe enough TLC fans will be able to assist you and you can reach your goals. But as for Auntie, you ain't even getting $1.50 from me, young. Deuces. I'm out. Bye, Danielle. Good luck. See, that's what I get. Can't even end the session. Talking trash about somebody. With my shady self.